Hi, my name is Kirk Ihlenburg. I'm the CEO of Ringor. Ringor is an athletic sporting goods company that focuses just on women's softball. About a year ago, I found myself in what Bill Hybels has described as a leadership slump. I would call it more of a leadership bust. I was being really challenged by the company. I was emotionally and physically stressed. The company was asking a lot of me. The people inside the company were looking for leadership. At that time, the biggest problem for me is I was questioning, am I good enough? Do I have what it takes? So I'm sitting in church with my wife, and up comes a video for the Global Leadership Summit. I brought out all of my excuses. It's just another conference. I've heard it all before. At best, I'm gonna have a mountaintop experience just to wind up back in the valley of my life. Thankfully, on the morning of the Global Leadership Summit, my wife, Lauren, could just see the pigment leaving my knuckles as I gripped the wheel of life. And she encouraged me to go to see if God had something different for me. I was immediately struck by the caliber of the speakers. They were successful, experienced people who knew what it meant to lead. They had experienced my pain, and they knew a better way. One of the speakers that really affected me was Albert Tate. He had a great example of how when we bring our best to God and lead the results up to Him, we get to see the awe and wonder of what He can do. I didn't leave the conference with all the answers. What I left with actually was more questions. But what GLS gave me was the ability to ask those questions and the humility to hear the answers. I found that God had placed on my heart a desire to help vulnerable women and children. I didn't know who that was or how that would be, but here I am running a business that deals just in women's athletics. And so I started to see that I was looking at my job wrong. It wasn't my job that was a problem, it was the view of my job that was the problem. So as I started to look at my job differently, I started to see ways that we could use the company to have a real impact on people's lives. Every day we work with young women in softball. And what we love about that is we get to see the positive effect that the game has in their lives through teammates and their work ethic that they get to develop. But what we really have a heart for is the girl who never even thinks about being able to play the sport, who never has an opportunity to step on a field with a teammate. We want to be able to reach into that girl's life and change the trajectory of the life. This journey has given life to Ringor Revolution. Ringor Revolution is a line of lifestyle products that will give 100% of the profits to organizations that are helping to empower exploited girls. Our hope is that by partnering with organizations that are addressing human trafficking and girls' education, that we'll be able to take the voice of our customers and extend it into a world that really needs their help. It's really a process of wanting to have more of a purpose and a mission for what we do each day at Ringor. It's given me a renewed life towards my job. It's given me a new focus in what I try to achieve, and it's given me a vision for the future.